But yeah, we're getting ready for our next set, which is going to be Access Denied versus Red Sun. And this, I know you have some comments to say about this. I faced Red Sun in their pools, and what were you telling me about Access Denied last night?
I can't officially say it here, but I can say, here's what I can say. LAN results are actual legit results. And yes, you can get banned from low ink for popping off at a LAN. I mean, it's the same thing. Some would argue it's more legit than an online tournament. Access Denied beating Lemons 3-1. Now, keep in mind, this isn't the same Access Denied you know and love. Saucy Boy and Hayden are the OG players. They also brought in Cynthia, and I forget who their fourth is for this tournament. So it's more of an Access Denied pickup. But still, when you think of name brand Access Denied, you think of you think of all the low inks runs. I think they hold the record for the most alpha brackets ever in low ink.
Really?
I think back to January, the best set of the year, by not by far, but clearly the #1 set of the year was Access Denied versus Lois in that low ink grand finals, where Saucy Boy throws the power clam in game 10, and it connects. But the timer runs out before the spinning animation is done. If it connects, they win the tournament. It doesn't, and they lose.
It's all about the milliseconds and frames at that point, and it's so hard. But hey, like Splatoon 3, we're gonna have a timer now that we actually have in the game. We can see.
It bleeds out the little ink, so it's not like a number, but it still gives you some hint of indication of. Do I have time to wait? Do I need to go? You know, that helps. But
that's always so hard to manage. I remember seeing clips of that on Twitter. I don't think I was able to watch it live at that point.
That one shot of Saucy Boy throwing the clam, but the little like finish marker coming across. That's my favorite singular shot.
And you just see the thing spinning.
Because you can just see like the hope in that Inkling's eyes. But then it all fades away into Lois because both teams know that the set is ending on that play, and both teams have no idea who's going to win. So I love that as a competitor. And you know who else loves winning low ink, who's actually done it, kind of, is Red Sun, who is mostly the same Red Sun that we all know and love. The only addition is GG Dan. And that's a pretty good addition to have.
Yeah, certainly. We had trouble facing them in our pools.
They're tough. They won their pool. They won their pool.
Yeah, I believe it, absolutely.
Access Denied did as well, actually.
Yeah. So 2 teams winning their first round. And
not to cut you off, do we know how these teams did? Well, our producer doesn't have their headphones on.
Now they do.
Do you know how, Vincent, what these teams did in the first round? Is this winners that we're on?
Yeah, winners round 2.
Because I think Hayden left today, flew out early, so they got another sub. Literally somebody, I just saw at help desk, they came up as we were announcing teams and were like, we still don't have a sub, and Kraken was like, this guy right here, they're playing for you. So they just found out who they are. Are we on the winner's side still?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these players too, some of them had to leave today. Like we mentioned in bronze, there were 2 teams that unfortunately couldn't play because I believe some of them had to leave earlier in the morning. Especially with this being over kind of a long weekend starting early on Friday. It makes it difficult. So the fact that we do have players here who maybe were in redemption, but
this is winners, so they both won their previous sets coming into this. So. Okay.
Access Denied won 3-1 over Powerpuff Squids.
And Red Sun beat Lemons. That's the team Access Denied beat. Powerpuff Squids, that's my wife's team, so I'm not thrilled that Access Denied beat them. But that shows they got the sub and they kept the machine rolling. Now, here's my question. Saucy Boy is infamous for being a stick player on Charger. Probably the best stick Charger player in the world. Maybe the only one in the competitive scene. I don't know if they switched the motion yet or not, but that'll be something that we kind of look at here. But yeah, Access Denied picking up where they left off. And yes, I'm not spoiling anything, but I will hint at this. Results you get here can count against you at low ink. No team has ever been banned for what they did at LAN. But
You know, there's a first time for everything.
This is an impressive run Access Denied has been on. And I don't know, I'm losing my voice. I'm so choked up. It's another opportunity for them to get a quality win against a team like Red Sun that is, for the most part, the actual legit Red Sun.
So even though they're not listening to us right now, they know that if they have any questions, they can go to you.
Go to me. No, JPEG's here. Go bother him.
Yeah, go bother him. I meant after, like in DMs or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, wait a minute. We heard.
Oh,
we heard about
DMing TOs.
Yeah.
That always goes out well. I'm never passive aggressive towards people when they DM me first. Like I'm just so tickled to death to start a conversation with them while I'm at work or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of them won. Who did Red Sun beat Lemons and Access Denied beat Powerpuff Squids coming into this one? You know, when you look at this top 16. You looked at Low Tide City, it was like, okay, FT Win's winning. It's a race to second place. There's no true favorite right now, and I'm not just saying that as stupid commentator nonsense. We see you, saucy boy. Come on. I'm not just saying that as like, oh, anybody could have won this. Yeah. It's a wide open tournament, knowing full well in the back of my mind that's not true at all. Right. But it is legit here.
Yeah.
I think Not My Pods or something is probably the best team standing right now. Lemons was looking pretty strong. Now they're in losers. And Attack of the Sasquatch, which is mostly that Test 1 team that won Splatoon 3. They're probably the favorites right now. But I could see it if Red Sun could get past Access Denied here. I could see them making a pretty decent run at winning this tournament. And I'm not saying that as a just like fake hype kind of thing. I truly believe it.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about this a little bit last night, that a lot of the teams that we do see at LANs aren't really here. The teams that, you know, we're kind of thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to be, you know, FT Win versus who, you know, who's going to be in that grand finals. But no, it's nice that we do have this opportunity. And I think this LAN, more in particular, more so than LTC, might have more pickups or at least like more sub-ins of not playing on their main roster.
Yeah, you have a lot of teams here. I think about the same, if not more, if you include the Splatoon 3 teams on Friday here than we had last year. But yeah, the monsters that we saw, like the Climbs, the FT Wins, the Starburst, the Arctic Moon, those kinds of players aren't here. I think most of them are going to be at Big House.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're not going to get quality sets here.
Oh, no. I mean, we just look what we just saw in that first round.
Oh, yeah, that was fun to see for sure.
Yeah.
And this one on paper would be a fun one to see as well. It's good to see Access Denied back. They've been inactive for several months. I think the last time we saw them play was February, actually. So I think they just came back to grind for this one in particular and head into Splatoon 3 on the right note. Yeah, both teams coming in this one very strong. Dan the Man, the sub, coming in for Red Sun, finished 4th place with Crown 9 at Low Tide City.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to beat. That's really impressive.
Bean, Admir, and Nice, all regular Red Sun players. Admir definitely played in that infamous March 2021 low ink. I think they were the Nautilus that DC'd at one point, and you can DC. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can DC at a LAN.
You certainly can. Yeah.
Especially with Splatoon 3, we found out it's more likely that it's incredible if you actually can find a way into it there, but at least this is the best kind of environment where we can see action happen. We hope.
Yeah,
without any technical issues.
With you know, Splatoon 3 kind of being the side event on Friday and that having the most technical issues, that's kind of a win in our book. You know, we kind of got all those fixes out. So some of the things that weren't even particular to what we, as the tech crew, didn't know, just more of, okay, we're going to be doing what we're familiar with for the main event on Saturday and Sunday. It's, like, so far it's been much more smooth.
Just the technical side of things, it's night and day, just the transition from 3 to 2. I mean, we know how to troubleshoot Splatoon 2. We've been doing it for years now, and we've been troubleshooting Splatoon 3 for a few hours. So, yeah, it's understandable. But that's the kind of beauty right here, as Red Sun is a crowd favorite from all you idiots in chat losing all your channel points here. So be it. And I guess I kind of said I felt pretty strong about them as well. But Access Denied has continuously, over the course of this weekend, upset people. And I wouldn't be surprised if they would find a way to do it again. It comes down to what Saucy Boy can do. His Chargers are coming back.
And it looks like we're going to find out soon because these teams are ready for winners round 2. So let's bring out Access Denied versus Red Sun.
Rainmaker at Blackbelly Skate Park. Stingray go Ree. As we're going to see one Stingray from Saucy Boy and one Stingray from Admir, as is tradition on this map.
Right, and we do see the hero brush there with the Inkjet too, and you know, K-shots on both sides, not something that we're foreign to. So Red Sun going to be getting the first pop. And allowing a path for a potential Rainmaker push, but no, they can't really spot anybody or really push forward. This is a stalemate to start off with.
Yeah, nobody getting a splat at the beginning except for that. You didn't see the splat bomb. Dan saying, GG to you, I'm going to pick up this Rainmaker and get some serious points. And you know they're building up that Stingray to use on the defensive end. It might not come in time.
No, Dan, I mean, what a wonderful push. Started off slow, making us think, oh, this is going to be a slow-moving match, but no. Red Sun able to push it to 32 pretty early. Not something that's very hard to do in this game, but when you have a stalemate, that was just a very back and forth painting and painting.
That was, I mean, both teams were being very passive in that opening. It was just a random splat bomb that just kind of got past everybody, and just, you know, there's a little bit of tournament nerves going on there. Now you're on stage. You know, we're getting down to the nitty gritty at this point. 8 specials online from both teams as we're seeing Inkjet get thrown out. Another Inkjet on the side of Sebi is ready to go. They get taken down, and now it's a 2v4 situation. That Stingray is online, but here comes the counter rate early, taking care of Saucy Boy before they can fire theirs.
Yeah, Dan pushing it forward all the way to 25, just getting those 1v1s from the support of their team. And Red Sun not done with this push yet. It looks like Access Denied is going to be breaking the barrier, but Red Sun not backing up that much, trying to find a way that they can push in, but it's going to be hard because Access Denied has some specials on them. 2 players down now for Red Sun.
Cynthia keeping them honest by throwing those splat bombs, forcing the players to back up, except for that. Oh, wow, okay. Junior beats Splash. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work, but I guess that's just the Cynthia effect right there. But still, 25 remaining, 3 minutes left to go. There's plenty of time to get back into this one, but Access Denied is yet to even get close to the Rainmaker.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard with their Charger being the player who's in the front. But look, now 2 players are down on Red Sun, so Access Denied, they do have an opportunity as they are gaining some more map control right now. The Junior already has a very nice snipe there by SP, but it looks like now they're going to be picking up the Rainmaker for the first time. Unfortunately, not going to be able to use the Ray, but they have the support of the Inkjet and the K-Shot on the side, but going to have to avoid this Ray. Going to be changing directions on where to go. It is hard to avoid all of these specials in this game, Popgun.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think I want Saucy Boy picking up that Rainmaker. I want Saucy Boy leading the charge with that Charger, leading the pack with 5KA, getting some very sharp snaps with that thing as well on the offensive end. Now Nice working with this Inkjet, getting stuck in this awkward situation, but keep it, somehow gets Cynthia and Beam on top as well, trying to take care of Sebi, and that is a delayed wipe, and this is the possible KO situation on the backside of the Rainmaker. Dan gets taken down before they can dunk it, but this is starting to look like a Red Sun victory, even though there's a minute 45 left to go. Yeah,
they're going to let Access Denied get the pop, but Red Sun not trying to give up trying to give up the push as they try and pick up the Rainmaker once more, and they aren't able to get the dunk, but now Access Denied doing everything they possibly can to spot these Red Sun members, moving the Rainmaker out, but it's going to be hard because Red Sun, 2 players down, 3 players down, it's just a Rainmaker, and Tenacity is going to be avoiding some of these shots, but going down without the Rainmaker moving very far.
The classic flanking C-Jet. That is, you know, of course, what everybody uses in this meta right now. And then you can back up and fire the Stingray. Admir forcing themselves to be a part of the action. They're not just a sit back and spamming special kind of person. As 3 more players go down.
That's a wipe.
That is a wipe. Game 1 goes to Red Sun.
GG Dan getting the GG dunk. I mean, it's all about that opening or that push that they had to get all the way to 1 and just keeping up the pressure with that game too. And getting the wipe on Access Denied at the very end gave Red Sun the win, so they will now be up 1-0.
And that opening was just kind of a there was some luck involved in that opening. They threw the suction bomb, and the players for Access Denied just didn't recognize it was there. Like, they just sat there with the bomb behind them, and then it was too late. And then that set the tone for the rest of the game. And, you know, that's sometimes how things goes.
Yeah.
But credit to Red Sun for capitalizing off of that mistake, never letting Access Denied really get established. They grabbed the Rainmaker once and did nothing with it. But I kind of said this before, Access Denied, regardless of who they've mash united into their roster right now, and again, Black Wolf was supposed to be on this team too. This is their second sub they're working with right now, technically. However Access Denied goes, it is led by the anchor position of Saucy Boy.
Yeah, certainly. And we saw some interesting positions from some of the weapons there. You mentioned the flanking C-Jet too.
From Red Sun.
From Red Sun, yeah. But then having the Charger pick up the Rainmaker when they had the Ray ready, it makes it difficult. And, you know, with some of these teams having these subs, you mentioned the second sub, you're not on the same wavelength most of the time. Because, again, a lot of these players have been playing with each other. I know for my team, we have R4 that we have always been playing with each other for the last few months, at least. But we're going to be moving on to Game 2, Clam Blitz Humpback Pump Track.
Yeah, and this is another one of those situations where, I mean, look, Red Sun's using the meta, quad shooter. It works. It's going to work out in any scenario. But it just really comes down to Access Denied, how they're going to change things. And I don't think you need to change too much other than your opening. I think it'd be better if they just kind of calm down. It was obvious that opening was a little nerve-wracking and got them rattled a little bit. If they could just calm down and get established and get the opening pick, I think they'll be just fine here. But we do see missile spam coming out. It is hard to use Charger on Clam Blitz. Sebi, I believe, is the sub, the second sub for this team, coming out with the Trop Roller Inkbrush Octobrush Nouveau.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing some misses from them too as well, as one player is going to be going down from Red Sun right now. Access Denied, they don't have a ton of map control, but trying to get more clams, keeping up that clam economy. Again, this isn't really a mode that you need to push forward and be aggressive from the beginning. It works out if you can, but you just need to get a feel for the entire map, and it looks like that's what Access Denied is doing. Red Sun getting a lot more paint than they had at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, and now they're getting the splats to go along with it, and they're building up the clams. This is starting to look like where Red Sun picked off in left off in game 1, as Dan's able to pop the basket right here. And they got a lot of clams to add on top of it as well. But Access Denied starting to spawn back in, starting to guard that right side where a flank could be coming from, even though Nice is throwing their suction bombs here to keep the space going. And slowly but surely, this push is still continuing. Red Sun bleed down the timer.
Yeah, not a ton of claims. Now more claims are being thrown in, but not a ton, but just enough to keep this barrier open. Keep Access Denied on their toes and wondering, making them panic just a little bit. As you see, Nice getting a good splat there on Sebi. The barrier's going to go back up with 56, so that's good that they got past the 2 power claim mark.
And they didn't lose any players at all in that process, so they can just keep the push going yet again. You don't want to get wiped when you're doing a push, but when you can end a push with all 4 of your players alive and still involved in the mid section, that is a great opportunity to continue and get another push going, as it looks like they've already got control of a lot of clams yet again. Access Denied really struggling to even get to mid.
Look at this, 27 claims at the ready for Red Sun. Going to be getting some power claims and just throwing it. And we have we have 2 power claims on the field right now. Red Sun still has a lot of good map control, but they want to make sure that Access Denied can't use their specials and block it. That's going to be 2 power claims that go in. Beam is up here at the top, but nobody's going to see them getting all 4 of their claims, and Beam is now the only player alive, getting all the way to 23, and that was a pretty good push there by Red Sun.
Tenacity was the only player that could shut down that flank area, as everybody else was starting to push up. But yet again, not losing a lot of players. Adding on to the timer with throwing in the clamps there just stalls more time for Red Sun players to get back into the action. As you see Nice be able to get a pick and 2 more players going down as well. Tenacity trying to stay alive with Booyah Bomb armor and the Ink Wall, not enough as a trade goes down there. Trade going to work out in the favor of Access Denied, as they are refusing to leave the enemy side of the base.
I know, they have been at mid and on their side of the base almost this entire match since they made their push. And now just using the Tenta missiles as a mini point sensor just to spot where some of these players are. They can see that, okay, 2 players are moving to the left, 2 players are moving to the right. Knowing that you can have your teammates help you identify where they are and get these picks is really going to be helpful.
Yeah, and again, with all this map control, there's nothing Red's Access Denied can do. Even if they were to get the wipe, they're not going to have enough clams to really do anything. And popping that was just a bit of an attempt at a hero play right there, popping it out in the open, maybe skirmishing a little bit, but a good recognition by Red Sun to send 2 players to cancel that Booyah Bomb. And now Nice coming around, attacking from the backside while they're still attacking from the front. Nice opting to back up right there, but still, a lot of times getting taken off the clock here, kind of sneakily.
Yeah, and Access Denied just kind of going in one at a time. And, you know, Red Sun is doing a really good job. Let me find the person who's approaching the basket the closest. We're going to splat them. But look at this. 2 power claims in by Red Sun. This is going to be game. Red Sun is going to be winning the second game here, going up 2-0 over Access Denied.
Yeah, so far in these first 2 games, there hasn't been a situation where Red Sun hasn't been in control of everything. There was one moment where Saucy Boy was kind of popping off in that Rainmaker game, but so far it's been all Red Sun. And it really, again, goes back to that opening suction bomb double that Dan got that's just been setting the tone and has not yet to be recaptured by Access Denied, and they're running out of time to do it.
Yeah, and it's hard in a game like that when you can't even control mid one time in a game because you don't have an opportunity to plan any sort of attack. You always have to focus on defense first. And when Red Sun applied the pressure that they did, it's just hard to coordinate your specials and push in.
Again, you talk about coordinating. Red Sun's been coordinating with these 4 guys for a long time now, even bringing in GGG, I'm sure they've done several scrims up to this point. Access Denied literally was like, hi, who are you? We're playing in top 16. Nice to meet you. What weapons can you even play? Can we make it work? So, yeah, that's the huge advantage Red Sun has, obviously, in this situation. But how do you come back when you're down 2-0 in a best of 5? You win 1 game. Plant the seed of doubt. Get yourselves hyped up. Especially in an environment like this, you win 1 game. That boosts morale of everybody. You see right now, the thing's a little bit more subdued, but as soon as you win that 1 game, banging the table, disconnecting yourself because you undocked yourself from your Switch, and then that gets yourself hyped, and then you ride that momentum. 1 game is all it takes to change everything around. Yeah,
especially with having different map mode combos that are going to be coming up. You can't even think about what could happen in games 4 and 5. So
yes.
So let's see if Access Denied can turn it around as we go to game 3.
Assuming that Charger's going to be coming back out here, unless they want to do C-Jet for like ray spam. No, they're going to go for the scoped here. And ray spam going to be coming out from the side, or actually missile spam from Admir there as the quad shooter continues to run. This time Sebi coming out with the Octo Brush with drop roller, but with hammer.
Yep, that's right. And I mean, the double Booyah, great for split zones on a stage like this. And pretty early missiles on the side of Red Sun with the help of the V-Jet as Red Sun doing exactly what they have been doing in the previous sets, first games, getting a few picks, taking the zone, and not letting Access Denied push forward, but with the help of the stamp, ooh, it's not going to be enough for Access Denied.
Yeah, Saucy Boy trying to get established up top here, forced to back up a little bit as the points are being added heavily into the favor of Red Sun. It's a Booyah Bomb, that's surely going to get splat. Nicely placed Booyah Bomb by Nice. And now they just got to find the rest of the players here on Access Denied that are kind of tunneling onto that drop area.
Yeah, I mean, Access Denied, it's not been looking great for them. They're doing everything they can, just trying to jump in from different positions. But I think that was a splat bomb kill.
I think they had armor.
They had armor, okay, yeah. But, I mean, Red Sun, again, they know what they're doing in this game. And Access Denied actually contesting the zone just a little bit, but now they're going to be forced back into the left side. But this might be an opportunity as they have their junior sitting up top. It looks like they might want to try and push over towards the right, but no, just a few players still going down for Access Denied.
At this point, well, I mean, at this point, it's probably GG, but you just got to focus on one zone to try to stall it. But right now, it's all Red Sun from start to finish. They are looking pretty good so far today.
Yeah. Hey, we mentioned how dominant Access Denied were in pools and how well they did. And I mean, like you said,
when they had most of their actual
rosters, but they've got to be really proud of themselves, and they're not even out of the tournament yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, they'll go down to losers bracket. They'll have some time to build up some more synergy.
Yeah.
But even if they get knocked out next round, I don't even know who they could possibly play. But if this is it for Access Tonight, this has still been a heck of a run for them, getting to this point as a team that hasn't played since February, as a team that's had all the adversity they've had to face over this entire week. This has been a fantastic run for Access Denied.
Yeah.
But for right now, Red Sun is looking really good. And mark my words, I'm not saying they're going to win this tournament, but they're already in winners semifinals, Falco. They're knocking on that door of greatness.
They are knocking on that door, and they've had good sets before. As we mentioned, they 3-0'd. Who did they 3-0 in round one?
They played Lemons.
It was Lemons.
I
think it was a 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. But you beat a team like Lemons. I mean, you're sitting pretty good.
Yeah.
But, hey, that is going to be it for us with the winners round 2. We're going to be stepping off the mic, allowing – I don't know who's next.
Jess and Devi are scheduled
Devi.
to be, unless they're not. Things have been changing. But I saw Jess floating around, so likely.
But, yeah, we hope you guys stay tuned, and we will be right back with more Splatoon 2 here at Riptide 2022.